Hi, I'm Neil Williman, a skier and engineer from New Zealand. I first came to Innsbruck by chance in 2012, but ended up staying because I fell in love with the Tyrolean mountains, and the local freeride community was so welcoming and friendly. Thanks, guys. Almost 10 years later, I still feel like there's so much more to discover here, and this winter, I had time. Like many others, I lost my job because of the pandemic, but just considered myself lucky to be healthy, and made the most of the newfound freedom by trying to ski the iconic faces surrounding the city. Innsbruck seems to have a way of uniting local and international riders, and I was lucky enough to meet others who've been mind riding the same mountains. Like Leo, the underrated superlocal, Manu, the 2018 Freeride World Tour champ, Sam, the Sendi Kiwi snowboarder, and Schöffi, the steep skiing sailor. Using buses, trains, leg power, and the near-empty, partially open ski resorts for access, we set out to chase our fantasy lines. One of the dream lines was just off the side of Stubaic Glacier, and a big early season storm had us eyeing it up excitedly, but the avalanche danger was just too high. There was plenty of safer low-angle powder on offer though, and it wasn't going to ski itself, so we set about squashing as much of it as we could. When I first got to Innsbruck, these guys generously showed me their favourite sneaky powder stashes, and after almost a decade of sniffing them out myself, it felt good to be able to return the favour.
I just accidentally blew up my ABS.
I guess we're called Team Useless for a reason, but checking the avalanche report and pre-planning missions is one time we all have our game faces on.
Nelly! Got your mask?
Yeah, but
I'd be actually keen to check out.
But you were saying Northeast wasn't that good the other day, wasn't it?
No, Northeast was not good the other day. The Couloirs on the other side might be a better option, but they have not a good light.
From the top of that, it looks super good.
Chefy?
I think the sea couloir is super duper loaded.
The question is like, do we all three want to go up or not? Leo?
I think I'm fine with skiing one of the two lines.
Cool.
We're feeling cautious, even though the avalanche forecast indicated the zone should be stable, because a slide popped on Leo in similar looking conditions recently.
Holy shit!
It gave us a scare, and the last thing we want is for it to happen again. In the end, Schöffi decided to sit this one out and be on safety standby. That's a hard choice to make, but exactly the right one if you're not feeling it. In the mountains, trusting your instincts and working as a team are even more important.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on. There he goes.
fucking insane. Yeah, man.
The landing was so much harder than I expected, and like tail wheeling out.
Yeah.
I could have just skied, I could have just stayed on the ground, but I didn't crash.
Oh shh.
That is good.
Getting to the bottom of a line like that feels really good. But there are other ways to get your skiing fix closer to home too.
Hey, glaube, es ist ziemlich geil.
Fucking hell.
So fucking good.
That, oh my god, that's on.
It's on.
Holy shit.
Go ahead. How did you go, buddy?
Yeah, good man. The snow is fucking incredible. Huh.
Ab geht's! Wie schauen wir das mal an da?
What have we got in store for today?
Well, we are back, and damn, it is good to be back.
These days, I'm commentating the Freeride World Tour, and it's been great to watch the level continue to progress since I competed on it back in the day. It's even better to get airtime without a plane though, and when Protect Our Winters Austria started the FWT by Train project, I jumped right on board. The effects of global warming are more obvious in the mountains, and many areas are getting drier than they used to be.
It's a bit rocky.
Freeride World Tour rider Núria Castan relocated to Innsbruck from the Pyrenees because they don't get as much snow anymore, so this project was particularly personal to her. Along with Manu and Erika Vikander, we took the train to FWT stops in Andorra, Fieberbrunn and Verbier.
Manuela is out of there.
And back on the podium, even with an injury. Congratulations!
We enjoyed it a lot more than flying and left the roof boxes for my non-existent car at home.
Just hanging, man. We just made it to Innsbruck main station.
And we were allowed to leave our board bags in the first class because we kind of fancy ladies.
We know we're not saving the world by taking the train to go skiing. I mean, it's a first world solution to a first world problem. But if everyone started making positive changes wherever they're able to, it'll make a big difference. The first crew that really welcomed me to Innsbruck were the guys that were to become the Snowmads. I met Fabian Lentsch when he came to New Zealand in 2010, and it was him that invited me to come to Innsbruck to film. First with White Room Productions, and later in his own Snowmads movies. Once he and Mocha built the Snowmads trucks, we went on some amazing adventures in those. This season, Fabi's big truck is stuck in Iran because of the Rona.
Just tomato might squirt.
Markus still had the smallest Nomad's truck though, and in spring we took it on a mini tour of the Innsbruck Alpine. We camped in the car parks of deserted mega resorts that had been shut down by the pandemic and toured up zones that we had entirely to ourselves. Pretty sure that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Jules dropping in 3, 2, 1, dropping.
Yeepa.
Dude.
What is the difference between turtle and tortoise?
One has feet and one has fins.
I actually go to have
Don't forget your skins.
When the snow's not prime, there's still lots of fun to be had around here. Like flying, climbing, and skiing in the same day. Or just disconnecting from everyday life and relaxing with friends in the hills. I don't know how it's going to work, to be honest, but it looks like it should be fun. The mountains don't care how rad you're getting, so it's up to you to decide which way you like spending time in them the most. Exploring from the doorstep is my favorite. Patience is a virtue in the mountains, and many big lines aren't on until the end of the season. But when the stars finally did align, it was time to go all the way with the faces we'd been flirting with for so very long.
Yoo-hoo.
Even though I've walked to the top of this mountain from my house before, it took years to prepare myself to ski off its summit. Partially because this is what it looks like in summer. Once the moment came, it was unreal to stand in a spot that felt so wild, yet so close to my home. Wowie. Wowsy, McWowsiton.
I've tried to live without you, just can't get you off my mind.
Oh, you Kiwis.
I've tried
He's got running
to live without